Jackson looking it over. To the middle.
I got him.
Chalmers outside. No good on the three. And it's El Paso with the ball. Jackson with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Back to Jackson. Poked away. Over in the corner, Chalmers. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Chalmers has got the game going here with the first basket for El Paso. Pass to Ayton. And there's the call on James.
LeBron James.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, El Paso. It's a three-point game. Kamare misses. Koulibaly up top. Pass to Jackson. James in the high post. Koulibaly with it. Shot clock at 5. El Paso needs to get the shot off here. LeBron, no good. He's all alone. The three from Chalmers hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Chalmers outside. Pass to Koulibaly. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Now here's Jackson. Shot on the wing. Lets the three fly. And it's Rizichet with the rebound. Here's El Paso. And Rizichet, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Here's Kamare. Drills the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Koulibaly. And another miss by El Paso. And Koulibaly gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
A three from Chalmers. And another miss by El Paso. On the wing, Jackson. Ayton missed screen. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for El Paso, trailing by 5. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton.
Personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game. .153 left to play here in the first. Back to Chalmers. Will it go? Rebounded by Kamare. Here's Koulibaly. Trains the three-pointer. Koulibaly's got 5.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
The three from Chalmers. It's good from long range. 6 points for him.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Chalmers outside. Pass to Koulibaly. 6 on the shot clock. Can't connect from short range.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
And the basket by Kamare.
you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
Back to Koulibaly. Payton a screen. Spins. Takes a three. Rebounded by Jackson. El Paso trails by 12. The three from Chalmers. Drills it from outside. 11 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Outside Jackson. He gets it up. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Oh, man, that's like stealing 3 points. Big time finish to the...
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Now, here's Ayton. Still without a basket. And Koulibaly gets it to go.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
On the wing, James. Some nice ball movement here by El Paso. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. And El Paso, another three.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Jackson in the corner. Pass to Ayton. Back to Jackson. And it's on its way from Chalmers for two.
And that defensive versatility Jackson has is just incredible. Able to guard multiple positions due to that height and reach.
Here's Kamara. And a miss there on the triple. El Paso trails by 9. Outside for Jackson. Fires from deep. Can't get it to fall. He's missed the second after making his first. Jackson from long range. Bangs home the trifecta. Jackson's got 6.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible. Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best.
That one falls. And here is Chalmers. He's got 9. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to James. Shot clock at 6.
Ball is turned over. Ball goes to the away team. Substitution for El Paso. Mobile. Anthony Black.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And that one's good, Ayton.
Just terrific at executing in the paint. Ayton has a nice array of shots to choose from.
Pass to Black. Ayton a screen. Six to shoot. Driving the lane. And stolen by Ayton. Now Koulibaly. He's defended by Koulibaly. Koulibaly, no good. And so Ayton will bring it up for El Paso. It's a 13-point game. Pass to Black. Clayton. Plays it up and banks it in.
And a strong showing of physical strength there. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Black. He has yet to score. Pass to Reddish. Here's Mobo. There's the pick. Lock at 6. Count it. Good.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
.52 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Lets it go with a 3. Banchero, that's good. Banchero's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
Reddish with the ball. Back to Black. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Black's got his first points of the game.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
And the 3 ball is good. There's 18 seconds left here in the second. It's stolen by Reddish. And here's the break. They set the pick. Pass to Ellison. Here's Banchero. And so that's the end of the first half. They lead by 13. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. LeBron left side. Now White. Back to LeBron. Just 5 on the clock. LeBron, what a thing of beauty from James.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Now here's Reddish. Nothing on the board. Pass to Black. Launches a 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Off and running right off the bat here to start the second half.
Here's Rizichet. It's stolen by Banchero. Here's Mobo. Banchero with the ball. 3-pointer. And he's good on the 3 ball. Banchero's got 6.
Excellent work in the screen and roll. Banchero solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets.
And a wide open look for James. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And now White pushing it up and no one back to stop him. Here's Mobo. 2 free throws coming up and they call the shooting foul. El Paso shooting their first free throws of the game.
First team foul. At the line for El Paso.
The first one falls.
2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
They set the pick to the inside. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Back to James. Some nice ball movement here by El Paso. Good on the triple.
And the passing instincts of James are just unreal. He has that great sense for when and where to send the ball.
The offensive rebound. Pass to Mobo. Inside. Here's Ellison. Rips in the dunk off the timely pump fake.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Black. James in the post.
Oh, that was some power on that dunk.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
With confidence to attempt an alley-oop to himself. It's stolen by Reddish. Banchero outside. To the wing right side. Tries the spin move. Driving inside. Clock at 4. Teardrop shot. And it's good on the layup. Banchero's got 8.
Banchero does a great job of just staying on balance when attacking off the bounce.
Team foul. And 3 blocks. First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution for El Paso.
Off the inbound pass. Here's James. Lobo with the rebound. .107 left in the third quarter of the game. Reddish with the ball. He's picked up by Rizachet. Releases. El Paso grabs the miss.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Team foul.
Free throw good, James.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
Banchero with the screen. Here's Mobo. From outside, off the mark. El Paso trails by 14.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Here's Black. Pass to Reddish. And stolen by LeBron. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here is Ayton. Chalmers outside. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. 12 points for him.
He has really made an impact from beyond today. That's another triple.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
And it's Banchero missing.
And I like the ball move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Up by 9. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And here is Chalmers. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Jackson.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in him.
Here's Koulibaly. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Reddish with the ball. Back to Ayton. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Just terrific at executing in the paint. Ayton has a nice array of shots to choose from.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, He doesn't need much space anyway, but that one was too easy. Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Good on the three-point shot.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Got a piece of it. And oh, here we go. Chalmers has got it. The fast break chance.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
Chalmers outside. Hands it from downtown.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Back to Chalmers. Jackson with the screen. They get it back. Chalmers outside. Pass to Kamare. 6 to shoot. Out to the wing. Ayton wide open. Off target from three-point range. El Paso trails by 10. Chalmers outside. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Here's the break. And here's Chalmers from the arc. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
Pass to Reddish. Here's Koulibaly from deep. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
There's the lob to Jackson. Jackson drives in, and he banks in the layup. Jackson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Pass to Koulibaly. Back to Jackson. From the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Jackson's got it back down to single digits for El Paso.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Chalmers' shot is no good. And so Ayton will bring it up for El Paso. Banked in off the glass.
He is a great kid. I love to see this from Ayton, stepping up in the big moment, letting his talent take over.
34 seconds left in the game. A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Outside Jackson. Fires the three. And here's Chalmers from the arc. It drops. And so the road team gets the W in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about...
table with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Pass to Koulibaly. Here's Chalmers. Now here's Ayton. Stolen by Ayton. So it's El Paso now. Outside Koulibaly. Fires for three. Nails it from three.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Now here is James. 4-3. Pass to Chalmers. The three. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
Strong anticipation from Jackson on the dish. Coaches love to see that out of their big men.
Here's Kamare. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's El Paso now. James outside.
Home team foul. Mario Chalmers. First personal foul. First team foul.
James outside. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. And Ayton pulls it down. Going all the way to the rack. Back to Koulibaly. From behind the arc. Rebound by El Paso. Pass to Jackson. Now Ayton. Kicks it out to Jackson. For three. Drills it from deep.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
Ayton with a screen. To the middle. To stop the run. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
Yeah, massive relief there. Getting a little bit frustrating for them until that bucket.
Jackson the screen. Jackson on the wing. Fires from deep. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Here's Chalmers. The rebound by Jackson. El Paso leading by 7. Pass to Ayton.
Yeah, what I appreciate about Ayton is that he wants to keep getting better. You have to be excited about his future.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for El Paso.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
You don't want to let them get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Koulibaly. El Paso, no good that time either. Pass to Ayton. Let's go with a three. Got a piece of it. Here's Koulibaly. Beyond the arc. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
The three ball. And the three-pointer goes. Chalmers has got 6 points.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
From deep. Got it. 2 for 5 now. .58 seconds left in the opening quarter. It's James on the wing. Aiden with a screen. The shake. Oh, and the jam by Aiden.
Now the big guy going up and trying to rip that rim off.
Pass to Aiden. Aiden with a screen. Jackson for three. Rebound by El Paso.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Jackson the screen. The rebound by Jackson.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Fires in the triple. Here's Chalmers. Fires the three. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. El Paso on top, leading by one. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at El Paso's performance here. Guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end. Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And it's Chalmers missing.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
All alone on the break. He goes up, rips down the breakaway slam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
And great poise there from Jackson. He's getting crowded by the defender, but stays cool and takes the foul.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Lobo can't hit. El Paso leading by 5. The putback. Superb transition play from LeBron.
All right, the coaches are going to ask you to stay in front of LeBron James, but seriously, you want to get in front of that?
Shakes him. Oh, aggressive dunk by Banchero.
I mean, you talk about it factor, Banchero's got it, man. What a move.
Out to James. Coulibaly on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by James. Coulibaly's got 8.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Finds room and goes for the jam. Banchero.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
It's James on the wing. Pass to Ellison. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, PA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Number 2, Jonathan Morrow.
The 3 from Banchero. At the arc, Banchero finds his mark.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
And James launches it from deep. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And that one drops for him. He's got 9.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And it's James with the jam.
What a great burst from LeBron that time, attacking the hoop, and the defense didn't even see it.
There's a minute 40 left in the second period. Count the basket.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
There's a screen. Out to the right wing. Here's Ellison. Ellison grabs the board. Outside Reddish. Inside. It's stolen by James. Takes a three. Oh, come on! LeBron from way back.
Yeah, there's just no guarding LeBron James when this shot looks this comfortable. That's three more.
Black uses the glass to finish the layup.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
Pass to Chalmers. Coulibaly up top. They swipe it. Reddish with it. Picked up by Coulibaly. And Reddish gets it to go.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's James. Oh, LeBron sending it home.
Now, LeBron does so many things so very well, including handling the ball and getting to where he wants to go.
They set the screen. Here's Black. Pass to Mobo. The shot. LeBron with the rebound. Here comes LeBron. And slam dunk by James.
And that's playing big right there. Jackhammers it down.
Went up with some bad intentions. Wow, that had some power on it. And so it's El Paso with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be back in a moment. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And there's a pick. Outside Coulibaly. Here's Kamari. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Chalmers. Shot clock at 5. Here's Kamari. Sinks it from distance. Kamari's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
To the paint.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. The drive by Jackson. Pass to Aiden. Jackson with it. There's the 3. Fry grabs the board.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening. Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Here's Rizachet. Stolen by Ayton. There's Jackson with the 3. Sinks the tray. Jackson's got 6.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
It's picked off. Here's Kamari. That one's good. This game is all even. Kamari's got 5 points in the quarter.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
Finally, they have a chance to grab the lead. They haven't been in front all game.
And you really need to seize opportunities like this.
DeAndre Ayton happy to shoot at that range. Nice stroke.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Ellison. Back to Koulibaly. Looking to win the run. Hits the three-pointer. 11 points in the game.
Have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
And that one's good. Chalmers.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Koulibaly. Here's Ellison. Pass to Fry. Just 5 on the clock. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Fry's got his first bucket in this one. Kicks it out to Jackson. Puts up a deep three. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
And that's part of what makes Jackson Jr. so dangerous. He's great inside, but can also shoot from the perimeter.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And El Paso making a change here. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Here's Black. They get the rebound. Here's Ellison. Here's Black. Jackson outside. Just 4 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Great D that time from Banchero. Pass to Ellison. To the wing on the left. Here's Black. Lets it fly. No good there. Off the double clutch. In transition. Here they come. From downtown. Shot's good by Black. Black's got his first 3 points of the game.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition and no one's on you, great shot there.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now here's Jackson. Give him 8. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Up by 1. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the startup. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Jackson outside. Takes the 3. Left side Koulibaly. He drops it from range.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They're pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second. Now.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Greg Popovich's huddle. And Coach had a simple message for their team saying, hey, we're right there. Let's start with a stop. Knock down a couple shots, and we'll be up. Sometimes the best instructions are the basic ones. PA?
Thank you for that, Allie. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Ayton. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Here's Kamari. And here's Ayton. Outside Koulibaly. Fires the three. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 of his 8 attempts. And so it's Ayton with it. He brings it up for El Paso. 4-point game. The three, James. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
You know, if Ayton continues to play with that kind of effort, possession by possession, he's a real tough cover.
And that one's good. Chalmers.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Now Ayton. Jackson, the screen. Pass to Rizashea. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's how Jackson's most effective, playing aggressive around the basket.
Ayton with it. From outside the arc. Pass to Black. There's the drive. Kicks it out to Jackson. From the arc. Kept alive. Goes back up. And there's a nice layup by James.
Pounding the offensive glass, that's a winning strategy from LeBron. No shot.
Here's Kamari. There's Jackson with the three. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the three.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Launches it from deep. Black, no good.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Jackson with it. Jackson in his pocket. Shoots over Jackson. El Paso, no good that time either.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Kamari. Here's Koulibaly. Hits the trifecta. Koulibaly's got 6 in the quarter.
And you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Here's Black. Back to Ayton. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Chalmers. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
26 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Jackson for 3. Rebound by El Paso. Jackson outside. To the inside.
DeAndre Ayton Assisted by Jaren Jackson.
Lets the three fly. Jackson with another miss. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Got it on 2K. Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Here with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Here we go. Here's Wright. And he can't get that one. Ayton with the defensive effort. Deflects the pass. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Here's Chalmers. Over Wright. And Wright with the defensive effort. And there's a pick. Outside Reddish. Takes the three. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Yeah, nice dime from Banchero there. Wanting to work it over to his teammates whenever he can.
Pass to Ayton. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Right with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
Here's Chalmers. Coulibaly on the wing. Jacks up a three. The Bronx again can't hit. Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
Here's Chalmers. The kick out to Banchero. Outside McBride. Outside Reddish. Inside. Oh! Wembanyama throws it down.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Now here's Banchero. Out left to the wing. And it's Ayton off the drive. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played.
On defense, Banchero has a lot of good physical attributes, which help him create pressure.
Outside Wembanyama. 4-3. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton tucks it last. Here's Wright from the arc. And Ayton pulls it down.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Here's Chalmers. Can they get it? That shot missing.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
He will muscle his way down the lane. Watch out when Banchero comes tumbling by.
To the paint. Banchero left side. It's rebounded by Banchero. Up top, Reddish. Outside for Wembanyama. Gets the three to fall. Wembanyama's got 7 points.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
From about 19. Open shot, Banchero. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
Yeah, not the start that they wanted, but maybe that basket was all they needed to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Here's Chalmers. No made baskets yet. It's rebounded by Banchero. Oh, got a piece of it. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last. Right, attacking. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Leading by... Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Wembanyama with a bucket.
Wembanyama quickly with one of his own, firing right back.
Oh, deflected. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. The home team on D. Here's McBride. Another three for the Bronx.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And he comes up with a bucket. Wright's got 6.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Now McBride. He's got 9. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Cam Reddish. The Bronx shooting their first free throws of this game. He's perfect from the line this time. And here's Wright. 6 points for him. Nice move. Rips it home off a terrific move.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
McBride attacking. Down low. Whoa! Emphatic finish from Banchero.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Outside for Wembanyama. Fires in the triple. Wembanyama's got 6 here in the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Here with me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And the Bronx with possession here. Banchero surveys. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Hey, this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Here's Chalmers. Outside Koulibaly. 6 on the shot clock. Ayton in the high post. And Ayton with the stuff.
With his length, Ayton can easily get to the rim. In fact, he almost makes it look too easy.
Here's Wright. Outside for Wembanyama. Reddish on the wing. Back to Wembanyama. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Outside Koulibaly. To the wing on the left. Banchero the screen. Pass to Ayton. For 3. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Right outside. Outside Wembanyama. Takes a three. Knocks it down from distance.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
From deep. It's rebounded by Banchero. And here they come. Knocked loose. Here he goes. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
I mean, you talk about it factor, Banchero's got it, man. What a move.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And here's Wright from the arc. Connects from downtown. Wright's got 5 now.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Ayton with a screen. Outside Coulibaly. They need this. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. It's a 6-point game. Here's Reddish. And a miss there on the triple. And it's the Bronx's ball. To the paint. And Carroll with it. 1:49 left to play in the first quarter. There's a screen. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Wow, Banchero using his size to find a path.
Oh,
my gracious.
Wow, just incredible.
That is a monster finish.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Sends it home from three-point land.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Wembanyama up top. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's Wembanyama. 5 points in the game. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Here's Chalmers. Hits the three-pointer. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter here. Banchero right side. Blocked. Inside. The kick out to Banchero. Launches it. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. They lead by a bucket. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The visitors with the ball. To the inside. Reddish. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Banchero. He has 6. Outside Koulibaly. He's off on the layup. And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama. 7'4". Skilled. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled.
Pass to Fareed. Blocked again!
Yeah, this is something we might see Banchero work on, improving his ability to knock away shots.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Right outside. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And it's Chalmers missing.
Bronx foul. Mario Chalmers. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And it's Wright missing. The Bronx trails by 3. Outside Koulibaly. Banchero outside. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
The 3 from Banchero. The Bronx grabs the miss.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Chalmers. Here's Ayton. Oh, and a dunk by Ayton.
Just a strong sequence there from DeAndre Ayton.
3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Outside Wembanyama. Oh, a great flush from Wemby.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
And that one's good. Chalmers.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Fareed. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist. Fareed's got 5.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
A minute 22 left in the second. Here's Chalmers. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Here's Wright. And the shot goes down. Wright's gotten 4 this quarter. The Bronx trails by 5. Ayton with a screen. Here's Chalmers. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
Yeah, what I appreciate about Ayton is that he wants to keep getting better. You have to be excited about his future.
Ayton hits them both. There's 53 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Outside Whitmore. And the basket is good.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Now here's Ayton. 6 points for him. Second chance effort. And he lays it up and in.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Outside Whitmore. From deep. And Ayton pulls it down. Here's Arenas. Let's go with a 3. Not going to go that time. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. They lead by 3. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Here's Chalmers. Pass to De Silva. Back to Whitmore. They set the screen. Down low.
Powerful.
Yes! Boom! He jams it straight down.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Here's Daniels. Still no points.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
Here's Chalmers. Second half getting started. About a minute played.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Shoots. Ellison grabs the board.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Pass to Daniels. Clock at 6. To the middle. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Here's Chalmers. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Rips it home off a terrific move.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Pass to Ellison. And he dunks it down.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Here's Arenas. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Bobo. Here's Daniels. Lets it fly. Ellison grabs the board.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes. Bronx foul. Done. First personal foul. First team foul.
A minute 58 left in the third. Pass to Whitmore. Here's De Silva. Fires for 3. Tries again. Back to Koulibaly. There's a screen. Into the lane. Outside Whitmore. Drills it from deep. Whitmore's got 5.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
There's a minute 17 left in the third quarter here. It's stolen away. Out to the right wing. Stripped away. Here we go. Here's Daniels. Hits the trifecta. Daniels has got 6 in the quarter.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
Here's Dunn. From outside, off the mark. And they're on the break. On up the court. Tipped. It's Daniels with a drive. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Outside Whitmore. The three is up. The Bronx grabs the miss. There's 21 seconds left in the third. To the inside. There's the triple. It's deflected. Here's Daniels. And he dunks it down right as the buzzer sounded. Wow!
Oh, you'd like to end every quarter this way.
Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And it's the Bronx's ball. Here's Chalmers. To take the lead. Drains the triple.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Outside for Wembanyama. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Bronx leading by 3. Coulibaly with it. He's picked up by Banchero. Now Coulibaly. Banchero outside. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it fly from 18. Ayton, no good. Outside Reddish. On the take. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. To the paint. Here's Banchero. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on DeLon Wright.
Yeah, some aggressive play from Banchero, putting the defender into a bad spot with that pump fake.
And Banchero drops them both. Right outside. He takes it in. And it's in there.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Banchero the screen. 6 to shoot. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul. Substitution for the away team. Number 7.
Here's Chalmers. Shot clock at 5. Unloads from 13. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
That puts him in the lead. Wright's got 5 points now in the quarter.
ICE, ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
And it's Chalmers missing.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
The 3 from Banchero. On target from range.
Oh, no holding back from Banchero. He wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments.
Chalmers. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Right, attacking. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Wembanyama screen. Puts up a deep three. And it's Wright with the three. Wright's got 19 points.
I mean, just a string of terrific shots. I mean, this team is on fire.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line. A chance at a three-point play.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
Building out this lead brick by brick. They have taken a very methodical approach.
The Bronx trails by 11. Pass to McBride. To stop the run. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. And that's an intentional foul.
And Caro. First personal foul. Second.
And he makes the first.
At the line for the away team. Cameron.
And he makes both free throws. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And it's Chalmers missing.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not a good idea.
Should just about do it. Big time shot in the final stretches here.
Mark it, time of death. Does that mean we get to officially enter garbage time? I vote hopefully yes. This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Counted from distance.
Hey guys, that's gotta be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Right outside. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Pass to Aiden. Outside Koulibaly. And there's the drive. Here's Chalmers. Here's Banchero. No problem on the jumper in close. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Fareed. Fires from deep. He buries it from three. Pass to McBride. And there's the foul. It'll go on Miles McBride. So that'll be a second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot two. That free throw, no good.
For the away team. Cameron.
Good on the second one. The visiting club takes the win on the road.